Okay, go.
Imagine having to raise yourself from the moment you were born. Imagine having to go through all the emotions of childhood, adolescence, and adulthood with no one to look up to for support or guidance. Would you abandon a newborn baby? For most people, this sounds like a nightmare, but for the monster, it was a reality. He was a newborn abandoned by his creator. Jury, today, we are here to discuss why the monster was the victim of his story.
The monster Frankenstein didn't ask to be created. He was a result of Victor Frankenstein's sick curiosity. Victor created a creature out of random human body parts so hideous that everyone, even his own creator, rejected him before he even did anything wrong. Anytime he tried to fit into society, he was harshly rejected or shunned. All he wanted was acceptance and companionship, but all he received was hatred and disgust.
As you can see, the monster faced many challenges that left him alone, unhappy, and confused. Without guidance, facing these challenges at such a young age can cause one to crumble and lose control. Because of the way the monster was treated, he was the victim of his story.
The monster didn't ask to be created. He was forced into an unfair existence, lost and alone, rejected by society due to factors he couldn't control. Despite his kind demeanor, people rejected him due to his hideous appearance. He even gave Victor a chance to right his wrongs, but he didn't.
Victor created the monster, as we said, out of his own morbid curiosity, but then he abandoned the monster, which left the monster hurt and lost because his own creator didn't even want him. He was thrown into the world alone, and the monster even said he felt like a fallen angel who had been abandoned. But despite all this, the monster still had kindness in his heart. He studied the DeLaceys, stacked their wood, and even learned their language to form a connection with them. But yet again, he was brutally rejected by them because of his appearance alone. After realizing that he would never be accepted into society, the monster promised Victor that if Victor made him a female counterpart, he would not bother mankind. But Victor promised this, and he broke his promise, which destroyed all chances of the monster to live a happy life. If you were consistently treated like a monster, don't you think you would start acting like one?
Yes, it is true that the monster committed wrongdoings, but it was only because of his lack of nurturing and lack of acceptance. According to a Livestrong article titled "A Lack of Affection in Childhood Development," brain development in children is directly linked to the level of affection they receive. The monster did not receive the care or nurturing necessary for his brain to develop properly. The monster had little to no concept of death and decided that the only thing he could do to make Victor feel his pain was to kill the ones close to him. I'm sure you've all done something a bit extreme to get someone's attention or to get revenge. I know I have.
The monster was simply helpless. He was treated unfairly by everyone despite the kindness in his heart, and he was betrayed by the only person that he had a relationship with. All of his actions overall were just reactions to how he was treated, and if the monster was brought up differently or treated better, he would not have done these actions. The monster tried to do good in a world that rejected him before it even gave him the chance, making him the true victim of the story.